I wanted to preface the information I'm going to share with you guys today on this number, 1%. Does anybody know what this 1% stands for? And no, it's not for the top 1% wealthiest people in the world. No, this 1% relates to a statistic, a rather unfortunate statistic when it comes to marketing, very specifically marketing on Facebook. So 1% is the average when you look at all of the advertisements that are run on the Facebook advertising platform. The typical advertiser only gets a 1% click-through rate on their ads. Now, that means that it's specific to people who are creating advertisements where people click on a link to go to another website. But 1%, it's actually 0.9%, but I thought I would round up to 1%. That's what the typical person using Facebook advertising platform, if they create an ad in hopes of getting people to click on that ad to go to a website or to do something, the average response rate is, on a whole, 1%, which is a really dismal number. You probably have looked at your campaigns and seen that you do better and hope, and maybe perhaps you're following a lot of what we share with you and you're doing better than those, and that is good, great job. And what I'm hoping to share with you today is, using the features that I'm going to share is to really move this number. If you could just change, let's say you're running an advertising platform, if you could go from 1% to 2% call to action, you've just doubled your result, right? You just went from 1 to 2%, which means you've doubled the result that you're going to get. So my hope is that you will, over time, not just double your result, but increasingly improve your result. Let me show you an example. I have this ad that I ran. This is a long time ago that I ran this particular ad, and it was just for marketing an open house. And if you're curious, like how many people clicked on the learn more to understand what the click-through rate on this ad was, and it wasn't even like this ad is super, super crazy, but I'm going to share with you when we start to zero in on the right people, when we start to zero on the right audiences of people, we get a much better response rate. So, this simple ad, because we were targeting the right people, had a 14.8% click-through rate compared to what the average is. What is it? 1%. So 14.8 times more effective just by making sure that we're putting the information in front of the right people. You might have heard me talk about the fundamental marketing rule, right person, right message, right time, right? Getting the right people, getting the right person is what audiences is all about. Because if we display a message to the wrong person, the message is irrelevant. If we display the message for buy a home today to a person who bought a home yesterday, it's no longer a relevant message. So we really want to make sure that when we're creating any form of advertisement, not just on Facebook, but whatever we do, we consider how do we get our information in front of the right person or in front of the right people. Facebook has done an extensive job of being able to help us understand and how to identify, select, and put ads in front of that same very right person. And that's where we get into the audience tools that Facebook has available.